You shoulda never gave up on me. Remember, I ain't had no views, they ain't players. Mixed emotions, got teary-eyed when I wrote this.
What's up, gang? It's Damo G. I'm back with another video. As you know, if you've been following my last two videos, that I have recently just signed up to get my Class A CDLs. I signed up with a trucking school. I go to Progressive out here in Illinois, and I do 160-hour program. I recently just got my permit, maybe like 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks now. And I recently just finished the in class, like being in class. And today I want to talk about pre-inspection. When I first signed up for trucking school, or decided period that I want to get my CDLs, I knew pre-inspection was going to be something that I really wasn't like feeling, because I don't know nothing about parts, let alone in a car. So trying to figure out parts in the truck, I didn't think I was going to get that shit. Like, I'm not even going to lie, I'm going to keep it a buck. I was just most nervous about it. So basically though, you got 3 sections. Well, really in total, you could say it's 5 sections. So you have to do the in-cab, you have to do coupling, and then they pick which section between A, B, or C. So it's just safe to know the whole truck. So whenever the instructor say, hey, let's do section C, you got C down pat, and you like, all right, I can knock this out because I've been practicing for the whole truck. So yeah, like I said, I was nervous about it. And then when I basically got in the field and like looked at actual parts of the truck, I caught on pretty quick, honestly. And like a lot of students would say that about me, for me to just literally like my 2nd or 3rd day out in the field looking at the truck, they say that I caught on real quick. I don't know if it's just because like I'm really want this, like I'm really determined, like I'm not playing, like I didn't sign up to BS, to play around, like I really want my CDLs. So along with the students that I team up with really helping me, I also watch a lot of YouTube videos, just in case, like I guess the YouTube videos is like homework. But when I'm at the school, I'm just learning with my peers basically, which is cool. Sometimes it could be too many of us, you know, sometimes it could be like no one around. So I get to like work on my own, which honestly I like to do most of the time. Especially after I learned something the first time, I like to practice it myself. So I'll be like, hey, you know, can you show me this? And once they show me, like, all right, I'll take it and go. Now, the school that I'm with gave us a manual, and it basically has each section on it, and it has in-cab and it has coupling. Now, let me tell you, in-cab is a must-know. Like, you need to know that in your sleep, because it's an automatic fail if you mess up in-cab. And it makes sense, because if you can't test your brakes right, how the hell are you gonna get on the road? You know what I'm saying? So you have to do your tug test, which is your parking in your trailer brakes. Then you have to do your service brake, which is just normally checking your service brake. Then you have to do your Johnson bar, where you have to pull down on the Johnson bar and it stops. It's basically you're not stopping with your service brake this time, you're stopping with your Johnson bar. And then you have your air brakes. Now your air brakes is most important. I have a tip about the air brake. Do not touch your knobs. After you do what we call here, I'm not sure what you guys are familiar with, but here we call it the fan down 2. As you pumping your brakes and you waiting for the trailer to pop out before the parking brake, you never touch them knobs again, because it's an automatic fail. You can actually look a video up of in-cab, somebody actually doing in-cab, and they would tell you, like, never touch your brakes again. You know, once you actually start the test, the air brakes test, and you turn it off, and you turn it to 1/4, when the lights and the gauges and shit come on and go off, and the gauges go right to left or whatever, you know, and you release your brakes, which is your trailer and your parking, you never touch those knobs again. Never. Because you have to do your applied test, then you have to do your fan down 1, then you have to do your fan down 2. Now, I was nervous as hell for all of this. Like, I was actually discouraged. I didn't think I was going to get none of it, but I actually picked it up kind of quick. And I honestly feel that I'm ready to test with the state, so I can like knock pre-trip out and worry about skills and road. So I won't have to just be waking up every day and thinking about what part is what's not cracked, bent, or broken, what's not properly mounted and secured. You know, because I'm honestly ready to move on. But today I made like 52 hours at school. And you have to get like 80 hours just to move on to skills. But not gonna lie to y'all, I've been sneaking the skills because I'm just feel that I'm so ahead with pre-trip, and I'm not trying to be big-headed, as you shouldn't either. I still practice my pre-trip. I actually watched the video on pre-trip before I even started recording this. But yeah, pre-trip is very, very important to know because you need to know the ins and outs of the truck before you hit that road. Another tip, you must learn, well, you have to learn it all, but it's very, very, very important to pay attention to the things that are similar in each test. So A, B, and C all have tires. You know, the only thing that's different with A from B and C as far as the tires is the front is 432 seconds of inch of tread depth for the front tires, and you know the back tires is 232. That's just the only difference for real. Then they all have brake components. They all have, like, you know, the hydraulic shock with the leaf springs, the suspension. I think I'm confident enough to say that's the suspension part of things or whatever. They all have those three things in common that you should focus on because those are also big points. If I'm not mistaken, or here, I'm not sure if it's everywhere in every state. I kind of doubt it, but I would say that it's safe that they count the points the same. Here, it's 4 points if you do the brake components correctly, and if you do the tires, it's all 4 points. So yeah, I feel that was very important to know. I study it I study it day and night, literally, to the point where, like, when I'm practicing my NCAB, because I try and get more of my NCAB because it's physical. The other stuff I can just figure out by literally watching YouTube videos, then go to school the next day and this is what they was talking about. Like, I got coupling down pat off YouTube. Like, coupling is very easy, but that NCAB is a must practice on because it's the only, like, really, really, really physical thing that you have to do. You can't just talk about and know what you're saying. You have to know when you feel a tug. You know, you have to know when it's in neutral or when it's in low gear. And how you know it's neutral if you've never been behind a truck, but you still need to get behind the truck, but I'm just here to tell you. How you know it's in neutral is when it's wobbly. When you put it in clutch, when you push the clutch and it's just wobbly. In the middle, you would know that it's neutral. But yeah, most of the time you will need to feel what I'm talking about as far as putting it in neutral or low gear, or put it in reverse using the Johnson bar. But yeah, guys, that's just really all I wanted to talk about was my pre-inspection. It's going well. I'm ready to test, man, and I'm ready to go to skills so I could just focus on driving. That's it, that's all. But I have been sneaking. So I got a video about me sneaking doing skills next. But before you guys click up off this video, can you please subscribe and like? And if you got any questions, just let me know and I will feel free to answer them. About if you want to know about the school or you want to know more about how it's going or more of my experience. So until next time, guys, I'm just keeping you guys locked in and I'll holler at you.